Day 3 of our trip to Belize. Another morning at the Cahill Peck Resort where we have their buffet breakfast. As a reminder, it was 10 USD per person. After we ate breakfast, our guide came and picked us up. Today we're going to the ATM caves and we're so excited. We got picked up in the van and there were a lot of other people in the van with us. ATM cave is a really cool experience. On our way over to ATM caves, we also passed by so many orchards and farms. Our tour guide told us all about them, and plus, on our way, we also learned a little bit more about the Mayan people. I think it's good to get some background information on the Mayan people before we go to ATM caves. The Mayan civilization back then was really huge, so there's lots of remains all over. Apparently over time, lots of temples are all over the areas underneath of random hills. Large mounds that you'll see on the ground are good indicators that Mayan civilizations used to be there. Very likely a Mayan dwelling way back then. Also, here is the name of the actual ATM cave. I'm not going to attempt to say it. As I mentioned, there were a lot of people in the van that we arrived in, so we did separate into groups. There are no photos allowed when you get to the ATM caves, so I decided I would share some photos and explain the experience. They used to allow photos, but now they don't, but I do have photos from the tour guides. ATM cave is an extremely cool experience where you get to climb and maneuver all over the cave. You'll see tons of artifacts and skeletons everywhere. It's really cool. It really is very different from any other cave experience I've ever done, and plus I've done a lot of cave experiences too. You'll do a lot of climbing, swimming, and maneuvering. It's really cool, like Indiana Jones. Plus the cave is extremely beautiful. Only thing I'd say is you can't be too young because there are certain things that only someone of a certain height could really manage to do. The reason why they don't allow cameras is because they need to preserve the area. Way back they did allow cameras and someone broke a skull of the remains. They dropped their cell phone on a skeleton. Nonetheless, I think this is a really cool experience and you will have helmets with lights to see everything. I don't have any footage of this cave, but here is a cave where we did something very similar. This is a different cave that we went on a different day. This is basically a taste of what ATM caves is like, except for you're not really seeing much climbing in this one. This is for a different upcoming video, but it's basically a good example of kind of what we went through. Like I said, you'll be swimming around and climbing and maneuvering through a lot of rocks and boulders and seeing a lot of stalactites and cool artifacts. I don't think ATM caves is that strenuous. I would say it's easy to medium. Only thing is you can't be too short, as I mentioned. Another thing that's really important to know is that your shoes need to be closed. You can't wear open-toed. Also, socks are required because there are areas where you do need to take off your shoes. Nonetheless, I highly recommend this experience. We loved it. Also, this happened to be our last night at Cahill Peck Resort before we left the next day. We really enjoyed this resort, so I thought I'd get a last video here near the lights. It's so beautiful. Tune in next time for day 4. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.